there something in this day and age that people need superheroes?
I think they always did. I think it's something just like people need to believe in God. You need to feel there's someone somewhere who can help you because you're aware this is not a perfect world. And I think when I was a kid, I remember there was an actor, Errol Flynn, and he played Captain Blood and Robin Hood, and man, I'd go see him in a movie, and it made me feel, I'd be 12 years old. I'd come out of the theater, and I'd have an imaginary sword at my side, like Errol Flynn did. And I'd be looking for some little girl that a bully was picking on so I could go to her defense, just by seeing Errol Flynn in those movies. I think people need somebody to look up to as a role model, you know? And these superheroes make great role models, except the villains.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up Errol Flynn, because I was going to ask you, if you were here as a fan, who would you be dressed up as?
Wow. Well, most of the actors that I like don't particularly wear costumes, and I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan right now, but he just wears suits now. As far as superheroes, I guess I'd be dressed up as Iron Man, because Robert Downey Jr. has done such a great job portraying him. Or Captain America, because Chuck has done a great job portraying him. It's amazing, he went from the Human Torch in Fantastic Four to become Captain America. And he's wonderful at it. You can't picture anybody else being Captain America. See, I have a theory about it. Every person loved fairy tales when they were very young. I'm sure when you were 3 and 4 years old, Jack and the Beanstalk and all those things. And fairy tales are stories of people who are bigger than life. Witches and monsters and dragons and evil queens and so forth. Well, you get to be a little older, you outgrow. You can't be reading fairy tales when you're 15 years old and so forth. Along come the superhero stories, and they're really fairy tales for grown-ups, if you think about it. They have things that are bigger than life, more dramatic than life, more colorful than life. They're fairy tales, but they're written for older people. Not that a young person couldn't enjoy them too. So I think these superhero stories will continually be in favor, just the way fairy tales are always in favor for young people.
But who is Stan Lee's hero?
Oh.
And don't say Donald Trump.
What's that?
Don't say Donald Trump.
No, not Donald Trump. Anybody who does things well, you know? Donald Trump does things well. He runs his company well. A good actor, a good playwright, a good director, a good novelist, a good doctor, lawyer. Just people who do things well, really. I don't have any particular hero. I'd say when I was a kid it was movie actors, but now just there are people I know who are good at what they do. Max, the fellow that I'm with, he's good at what he does. He's good at arranging schedules and taking care of things. So he's one of my personal heroes. You're good at giving interviews. You've become one of my personal heroes.
Oh my God, the ultimate compliment. So, last question. I know this is a rival company, so you're probably qualified to answer this. People would want you to answer. Batman versus Superman, who would you put your money on?
Oh, Superman. I think. I mean, he's indestructible. He can do anything. And Batman relies on a few weapons. Now, the fellow who created Batman, Bob Kane, was a very good friend of mine. So he'd be unhappy at me saying that. But at the same time, Jerry Siegel, who's one of the creators of Superman, used to work for me for a while. So I feel I have divided loyalties. But if this is real, a fight between Superman and Batman, there's no way you'd bet on Batman.
Even with Ben Affleck playing him?
Well, I like Ben Affleck. And, well, if they get Mortimer Snerd to play Superman, maybe Affleck would have a chance. I don't know.
You are awesome.
I agree.
Thank you, sir. What
It was a pleasure.
honor.
You're a good interviewer.